Chapter 7, Lesson 3, Solve and Write Subtraction Equations. You will be able to solve and write subtraction equations. Because addition and subtraction are inverse operations, you can solve a subtraction equation by adding. So we're going to use the same method as the previous lesson, only this time we have subtraction we need to get rid of. So I draw my line down the equal sign and find the variable. I need to get the variable alone. Well, right now I have x minus 2. To get rid of minus 2, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. I'm doing the inverse operation. So on the left-hand side I have x because minus 2 plus 2 is 0. And on the right-hand side, 3 plus 2 is 5. So I have x equals 5. And again, you can do a check to make sure your answer is correct. Start by using the original equation, x minus 2 equals 3. Plug in your solution, 5 minus 2 equals 3. 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 equals 3. So the solution is in fact 5. I'm not going to do the check for every single example, but it's a good tool to use if you are unsure of your solution. Letter B, x minus 7 equals 4. Draw your line down the equal sign. Locate your variable. I have x minus 7. To get rid of minus 7, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. And the idea is that those two amounts equal 0. Bring down your x equals, and 4 plus 7 equals 11. Letter C, line down the equal sign. Locate your variable. Y minus 6 equals 8. I'm going to add 6 to get that variable alone. And I am left with y equals 14. Letter D, 9 equals a minus 5. Locate your variable, which on this case is on the right-hand side of the equal sign. I need to get rid of the minus 5, so I'm going to add 5 to both sides. 9 plus 5 is 14, and 14 equals a. It's very important that you show your steps. All the work you see on this video for these problems, that's the work you need to be writing on your paper. You need to show your inverse operation and your solution. When we get to more complex equations, you will get lost if you do not show all your steps. Get in the habit now. Letter E, c minus 1 equals 8. Variables on the left. I need to get rid of the minus 1, so I'm going to add 1. Do the inverse or opposite operation. C equals 8 plus 1 is 9. Letter F. My variable is on the right-hand side. I have g minus 3. To get rid of minus 3, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 equals g. When you solve an equation by adding the same number to each side of the equation, you are using the addition property of equality. Solve the following equations. At age 25, German Titov of Russia was the youngest person to travel into space. This is 52 years less than the oldest person to travel in space, John Glenn. How old was John Glenn? Write and solve a subtraction equation. We first need to start with a let statement because we don't have a variable. So let x equal. We want to know how old John Glenn was. So John Glenn's age. So German Titov of Russia, he was the youngest person, and it's 52 years less than the oldest person. So the oldest person minus 52 years, that represents German Titov. And he was 25 years old. which gives us our equation. Now let's solve it. My variable is on the left. I need to get rid of minus 52, so I'm going to add 52 to both sides. And I have x equals 77. So he was 77 years old. Georgia's height is 4 inches less than Sienna's height. Georgia is 58 inches tall. Write and solve a subtraction equation to find Sienna's height. So let x equal Sienna's height. And you can use any variable that you wish. So Georgia's height is 4 less than Sienna. And Georgia is 58 inches. Variables on the left-hand side. We're going to add 4 to both sides. And we get x equals 62. So she is 62 inches tall. Raheem's rollerblades cost $70.25 less than his bicycle. His rollerblades cost $43.50. How much did his bicycle cost? Write and solve a subtraction equation. So let x equal cost of bicycle, because that's what we're trying to find. So his rollerblades cost $70.25 less than his bicycle. So his bicycle minus the $70.25 equals the cost of the rollerblades, which is $43.50. Solve the equation. X is on the left-hand side. I need to get rid of the minus 70.25, so I'm going to add 70.25 to both sides. Make sure you line up those decimals. Bring down your decimal point. So his bicycle cost $113.75.